We're live. Hello. Hello, Carter.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I am a little bit sleepy after a long day at work, but hanging in there. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
Yeah, I mean,
Wait,
excited to watch some Pokemon and
I
things
guess
like
I
that.
yeah, I guess I already
You
said
already
how are
asked me
you.
that, but I'm just gonna cover for your ass. It's
Thank
fine.
you. Thank you. Yeah. Um all right, cool. Well, then I guess it's time we just jump right into it. Let me start sharing the screen.
Did you post in the Discord?
No, I didn't. You should do that. Please and
Well, I'll
thank
do
you.
that right now. Yeah.
So our first match of the week was done on a Monday. Karate likes to do these Monday matches. I've already lost to him this week before we've even recorded this, but thankfully we'll cover that butt kicking next week. For now, we're going to start with this matchup against Halle Berry, who had first who is on a went into this game on a two-game win streak, looking to go 3-0 to start the season. Already had some good upsets, so I would actually favor her here in this game. Um, though the Slitherwing has some tough competition over here, so we'll see how it goes out. What do you think when you see these two lineups?
I think you see Karate looks like he's set up to do some like very specific things and do those specific things very well.
Hmm.
Versus Hallie's Barry's team just looks ready to fucking hit some shit. And
Yeah,
often, at least the way I like to play, I like clicking buttons and reducing HP bars. So
yeah.
I like the look of Hallie's team. It's coming out strong. I think
If you had to
it'll be interesting to
guess,
see how it matches up.
if you had to guess how many choice items are on Hallie's team,
Um, this
at
seems like a
least this
team
Wug
that
trio.
comes packing a choice band on that wug. I think,
Uh,
yeah, maybe a specs in the zone too. I don't know.
all right, let's see. Okay, so in game one we have the Pheasantipity, always a little bulkier and a little faster than you think it is.
I can you give me a quick pause, real quick? I just want to
Absolutely.
comment on something. I always think this is hilarious when it's the first two Pokemon brought from each team are the first two Pokemon on their roster. Uh,
Yeah.
anyway, sorry, continue.
No, that's funny. Yeah, it's like I know where I'm going with this. Double
Hilarious.
tailwind, double
Yeah.
tailwind. Nothing happens on that turn. Dazzling gleam gets a toxic there, which unfortunately means the nuzzle doesn't end up connecting. So that's a little, I guess,
Yeah.
unlucky.
Can you reduce the speed just a little bit? Thank you.
Absolutely. Let's.
Going pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Um. Yeah. No, it's. I think you see Pheasantipity putting out offensive pressure, but you do see the part of it
where it's
that it
not
doesn't
getting.
have the highest special attack stat. It really doesn't. It has cool stuff, but not a lot of oomph. So struggling to kill this Altaria.
Yeah, I think it's less about. I think it's ideally, or what it's supposed to be doing is not so much doing damage as spreading that toxic around, which it is
Yep.
doing. But he's also getting whittled down by these offensive powerhouses.
And does Karate have a strong Hex user? That seems like a great synergy with his team if he does have one.
I don't believe so. I don't think he has any ghosts on his team.
Maybe something for him to look at
Yeah.
in the free agent
I guess.
acquisitions.
Yeah. Um. Here comes this. Here comes this Mimikyu. Tailwind goes back up. Um. Protects, and that'll get rid of the Altaria.
It's the double status KO.
Yeah.
BGC Gaming.
So here comes this Lilligant, which can Quiver Dance, and then you have the Revelation Dance coming from the Oricorio, copying it. Hence the Focus Sash here. Puts the Mimikyu to sleep, eats the first impression. So instead, so yeah, Air Cutter takes out the Slitherwing, knocks down the Mimikyu's disguise.
Yeah, and now we see this Magzone
A turn one wake
and a
up.
turn one wake up. So clutch here.
Yeah, and then yeah, I think that was supposed to be a Quiver Dance turn there, but
And I mean, you look at that
unfortunately
damage.
yeah,
I think
it
it would
might have
have.
worked.
Yeah, it definitely would have gotten closer. and now you're just paw
Now,
mowing around.
yeah. So
I
Hallie,
don't,
so Hallie takes game one there. Has a couple lucky things go her way, but does definitely, as you said, has that greater offensive pressure
yeah, and
than
just
Karate
it
does
makes
here.
life simple. It makes life simple, and that's good.
Yes. So here in game two, it looks like same. No, it's not same leads because you led Oricorio last time. This time it's the Lilligant, presumably to put this Mimikyu right back to sleep. Tailwinds, Quiver Dances actually, and then the double Tailwind again. Misses the sleep powder this time around, and now this
Really
Mimikyu's
hurts.
gonna go to work. Yep. Packs the Leech Life tech to to make sure you're breaking that sash. Dazzling Gleam's not gonna do enough. Do you get any toxics? You get one on the Mimikyu who's at full health, so not gonna be the timeline you want. Heatwave misses on Lilligant. That's a lucky break. Burns again on the Heatwave. Um, what happens this turn? Protect, double protect here. Shadow Sneak is blocked, so Karate misses a turn. Dazzling Gleam will do a little bit of chip to Mimikyu, so Karate's clawing back some momentum here. They're kind of even in health if you average it out. Damn, that did a
Takes a
lot.
big hit. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I think there's definitely an argument just to sack Lilligant there. He's at
yeah,
1 HP.
yeah. I think so because then, yeah, now you'd have this scissor. You'd have basically this exact same situation except the Scizor would be at full
Yeah,
health.
and
And now
I
this
don't
first
think
impression.
Lilligant matches up well against this team at all either. Like, I don't see a grass type outside of Wug doing much of anything.
Yeah, I think the point of the Lilligant is to empower the Oricorio, but
Yeah.
then he just quiver dances off the rip on turn one there. I'm not sure. Magnezone here to mess up the Scizor.
Slitherwing sticking around too. Look at that. It just
Yeah,
takes that.
it's so beefy.
Yeah.
And then hits really hard with that booster energy. Protosynthesis, close combat, doesn't
Barely
kill.
living.
And then that's going to go down.
And yeah,
Yeah,
now you're going down. Now you have a 1 HP Lilligant.
yeah. And an Oricorio that's weak to, yeah, that's weak. So I'm assuming this to this Magnezone. So I assume this is going to be a wrap up here. Pedal dances into the
Maybe. I don't
protect. That
know.
stuff.
Depends what. I don't think Air Cutter's gonna kill. He gets a
Yeah,
little.
quad resist. Yeah, and
Um,
now it's slow, and it's the last guy left.
and that's an interesting turn right there if you want to pause it real quick.
Sure.
Because he like really the play there is so Magnezone probably isn't can't kill both of these at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Um Oricorio can kill this Slitherwing. So he tries to kind of have his cake and eat it too, by air cuttering here, but it just doesn't do that much. And honestly, I think the pedal dance would have been better suited going into the Magnezone slot here. If you hit the Magnezone, I
Mm-hmm.
think Karate probably has this one locked up. I don't, yeah, I mean, I think Slitherwing just dies next turn to the Oricorio. So,
Maybe, but it's faster, and Oricorio's not that bulky. But it would have definitely at least put him in a better position to win.
is it
Um,
faster?
well, because this guy was slowed.
They recently slowed after the Magnezone got its attack off, though.
Oh yeah, the
I'm
Electro
saying
Web. You're right. You're right.
last turn, yeah.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if it's faster. I assumed it was slower.
Oricorio is base 93. I don't know what Slitherwing is.
It's just hover over Slitherwing real quick. Yeah,
146, 159. You're right. Oricorio is faster. Yeah.
probably. I mean, if it depends on EVs, but
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
All
continue.
right. Anyway,
Sorry.
but anyway, Hallie moves on to 3-0. Perfect season so far. Really taking the league by storm.
And the miss here,
That, yeah,
brutal.
yeah, quite a close one on game two there.
Yeah.
All right, then
3-0.
3-0. Next we have BMM v Phony Spade. BMM, I believe, is 1-1 going into this match, and Phony Spit I think was 0-2, or was he 1-2? I forgot who his week one match was.
I'm not sure, but
Um,
you'll see BMM coming in with some very interesting posteriors to his Pokemon. You see Duraludon
that's
really
true.
shutting out there.
Real,
Delphox, a classic furry, and then the Victory Bell and just not, I
yeah,
don't know, not doing as much.
that's true. I mean, yeah, and Sableye's got no cheeks.
Yeah.
Um,
And John just bringing an absolute goon squad as usual. Look at these guys.
absolutely. He has the double sticky web here today.
Yeah.
Turn one Terra Dark still gets faked out. Um,
It has inner focus? No, it doesn't.
it's not of inner focus. Um,
Oh God.
he's got anger point, I see, and so now he can like mock punch or something.
And I believe that is a must be a Night Slash Scope Lens Sniper Area Dose,
Yeah,
which I believe is a guaranteed crit, although I could be wrong.
it still died to heat wave though, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing when you hit your own things.
Yeah, does he make it a
They
little
I
weaker?
often die. Yeah.
Gets the quick
Quick
draw.
draw.
Muddy water does nothing. At least drops the accuracy on this Delphox, so he can maybe cheese something out. Already pays dividends.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. Rock slide. Ooh, trying to put him in hell here. Flinch him and pinch him. The foul play doesn't
Ooh.
do too much. Shields down.
Shield down.
Red alert. He misses again. This muddy
This
water coming
is this
in
Poison
huge.
Scarf? Delphox? I think it might be. I don't think I thought Minior was faster than Delphox. After shield is down, maybe not.
Maybe not. Got the quick claw, quick draw.
Oh,
Gets another muddy water off. Lowers the accuracy on Sableye this time, but not on Duraludon. Foul play will kill, and BMM will take game one, 6-0. Game
yeah.
two, yeah, game two. Dusk Noir instead of Sableye, and Araquanid going a
Nice
different direction
face.
this time. Minior and Rabombi.
Hmm.
We've seen the white urban focus sash revealed. Turns Terra Flying, turns Terra
Whoa.
Water. Helping Hand. This is a crazy turn.
He
Acrobatics
wants
deals.
he
Wow,
wants him dead. He wants him
so
dead.
bulky.
Oh
Wow,
my god.
Araquanid's a stud. I can't believe that.
Dude, Terrawater Arachnid hits like a fucking truck.
Yeah,
Alright? This bug's no joke.
gets the shell sidearm. That doesn't do much. Yeah, like you gotta imagine there's like full defense on this bad boy. Liquidates, kills, so strong. Dazzling Gleam doesn't get this. Araquanid just refuses to go down. Helping Hands. The Sylveon actually is slow. Not as slow as negative speed Nature Dusk Noir. And there, and the liquidation kills it off. Whew.
Yep.
Just can't hang with the
Clinical.
Araquanid in the Trick Room.
Clinical.
Yeah, clean 2-0 for BMM.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's tough because I mean I think the acrobatics is it's just a base 60 move when you use it with the white herb on you, right?
mhm.
And I don't think it even if you had Terran watered, I don't think it would have killed, because it looked like it only dealt like 40%. So kind of from that early investment without the reward there, it seemed like Mark just kind of had that game two in the bag, unfortunately.
Yeah, even though he had a stronger start, it was the Slowbro didn't put him in, wasn't able to put in as much work because that Araquanid just and the Poltergeist just killed it.
Yep. Yep.
All right, next we have Double Rock Slide versus They Are Megan. The I forgot their team names. The Poltergeist and the and
Zangoose
Zangoose
Zinners.
Zinners. Thank you. It's just funny because the guy who runs this team is not not a Zinner. Um,
No.
he's got the
I did
same.
find
Go ahead.
in my apartment complex garbage, I think I sent a pic to a few people. I found someone who was a Zinner had deposited legitimately about 150 empty Zin cans into our massive trash can. Anyways,
I don't.
I was taken aback by that.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know how I would respond to that.
Yeah,
Anyway, he's brought the same six guys he brings every week, and he was 2-0 going into this. Megan was 0-2, really looking for a comeback here, and so let's see how they do. Um, we've
okay.
got we've got Typhlosion, Typhlosion and Tauros into the Weirdeer and Cinderace. Assuming we've got an Intimidate here. We've got Intimidate on both. Wait, the Weirdeer was not Intimidate, which means it must be Sap Sipper.
It was
Put
Frisk, I believe,
was
isn't it?
Frisk?
Or no?
No,
Not.
no, the
Oh,
Typhlosion is
sorry,
Frisk.
sorry, sorry. Wait.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Typhlosion was Frisk. Found the
you're right. You're right. Sorry, I
yeah.
got very confused.
So this is a Life Orb
It does
Sap
have
Sipper
Frisk,
Weirdeer. Yeah,
but it does not have. Yeah.
yeah. And the Cinderace has. Oh no, oh no. The Cinderace has Life Orb, and the Weirdeer has Mental Herb. I see. Um, so, turn one Smackdown deals a fair amount of damage. Burning Jealousy does very little. But Assurance come with the Terra Dark Insurance knocks
The
out the
choice, the
weirder.
choice scarf Typhlosion here. Yeah.
He loves the Choice Scarf on the Typhlosion.
Oh, it's not choice scarf. It's just a slow Tauros. Okay.
I see. Oh yeah, I think Choice Scarf Typhlosion would have outsped Cinderace.
It would have. Yes, it would have.
Close combat to the Cinderace. It's dead. Now I'm not quite sure what this Quagsire is going to do. The Liquidate goes into Protect. Dunsparce comes in. Um, does he does he Dragon Dance? Does the Dunsparce Dragon Dance? It does not. It dies to close
It
combat.
dies. Yeah, unfortunately. um, would have loved to see the Ursa ring here.
Yeah. Yeah. The Body Slam does not do much to the Articuno. Looks like Rock Slide's just gonna chip down. Oh, there's a Freeze Dry, and that'll do it. Um, yeah. Uh, Megan did not quite have the firepower to break through Casey's guys there. That initial Intimidate really just putting Megan on the back foot.
Yeah, I think I think it's worth like kind of talking about leads here because now that you've established Typhlosion doesn't have choice scarf, that does open up your team leads a lot. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to bring something that's
Hmm.
going to counter that necessarily. But it's tough because you don't really you want to lead Cinderace, right? It's probably your best Pokemon, and you want to have offensive pressure turn one. But if you lead it, it just gets immediately intimidated. Suddenly, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
So there's a really tough tension here. And maybe the answer was bringing like a clear amulet on Cinderace or something
Yeah.
to deal with that.
Or
But
Special Cinderace.
yeah,
Yeah.
or special Cinderace with
So
its 50 special attack. But
yeah. So maybe if you expect Casey to go right back out into Typhlosion, Tauros, then I got to imagine that. What lead would you want to see here? Like what Vileplume Quagsire maybe?
um, I think the word deer, depending on its Terra, is good. If it has a Terra that can deal with Tauros or Typhlosion.
Hmm.
Like if it has like a water Terra, that would be great, for example, which would work well with Sap Zipper. But yeah, I think probably I'd like the word deer, or alternately, um, just Ursa Ring turn one protect with the word deer. But it's also like if you had intimidate word deer here, obviously things would be a lot different, and it's showing you how powerful intimidate is. So
Hmm. So instead, they lead off with Cinderace, Quagsire into the Gothorita and Tauros. So they're trapped now.
yep.
Um, So we'll have to see how they can get out of that. Fake out the Cinderace, Rock Slide kills it immediately.
Oh,
So they, I don't think that crit mattered. I think that Cinderace was probably dead either way.
I
Uh,
think it probably mattered. I don't think it was. I don't think it's that weak. I think it's a non-stab rock slide spread. I don't
I
think that's
suppose.
strong.
I suppose.
But
Um, so Weird comes in, imprisons to prevent the Trick Room. Good play from Megan there. Um, Serena Terra Dark knocks off. A lot of Terra Dark, a lot of offensive Terra Dark going on Casey's team this time around, presumably to deal with the Weird Ear. Drop Kick will destroy the Quagsire. Coil, not Dragon Dance.
and you see the mirror herb coming in.
Psychic
Yeah, and I,
Noise to keep blocking heal. The Rock Slide didn't do much. And the Drop Kick will continue to lower the attack, which is unfortunate.
yeah,
Um,
this is just not.
so Casey was able to cover his bases and prevent the Dunsparce setup. All right,
Yeah,
so
and I think you see there like the importance I think of using Terra. You don't want to blow your Terra load like turn one always, but
mhm.
using it early to get value. Because I mean that Terra Fairy to Dunsparce there at the end didn't really add anything, right? That when it became
When it came a fairy type,
yeah. Versus if you were able to keep Wardeer around for a while longer or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Just food for thought in terms of when you're pulling the trigger on that.
yeah, it can be tough to know when to Terra and which Terra is the right one for the moment.
Yeah.
Yep. So double rock slide will moves on to 3-0, kind of running away with the cornerstone division. I think is the one that we're in, that I'm in with him. Uh, uh, Megan drops to 0-3, but there's another 0-3 team and a 1-3 or 2-2 team. Uh, there are 2-2 teams, so there's still the division is still wide open with 3 weeks left to go for the second. I mean, Double Rockside could also drop. Anything can happen, but I don't suspect that because he's kind of. I don't think he's lost a Pokemon this season yet.
He's having some fun right now.
Yeah. Anyway, here's my match against Screwy Drew. This is someone who came in and took over the Average Reggie's gymnasium after the controller of that team left the league. So now this is their first week. They were allowed some waivers to change some stuff out of their team. So you'll see, an Infernape that wasn't on the team before. This Rhydon wasn't on there before.
Samurott wasn't
Samurott wasn't
either.
a Samurott. In fact, I think all four of the new Pokemon he got are on this team. I think the other one was Magneton. Maybe it was Sawsbuck.
Mm, yeah, I don't know, but
But yeah, we got
sure you got the Weavile though. That thing's good. So
yeah, exactly. So I would yeah. So the Weavile and the Infernape were the two things I was most worried about going into this, which is why I go with a overly defensive body press, iron treads. So yeah, we'll just see how this goes. Although I lead Sudowoodo and Moltres, so because I do this because I want Tailwind on this. This Sudowoodo you'll see has a little trick up his sleeve. Doesn't do too much damage there. Hydro Pump hits this. It's especially defensive Moltres, so it survives. Earthquake hits this super effectively. I didn't know if it would live this or not, but it's sturdy anyway. It has the weakness policy, and now it's here in Tailwind, so it's faster than a lot of the slower guys on this team. Scorching Sands to lower him into this range where this non-stab Earthquake will kill, which it does. It gets both of them. Um, so now so now the two scary guys come in. I'm assuming that both of my guys are going to die here, which is okay. But fake out actually doesn't allows my Moltres to live. Ice Shard is not surprisingly not enough to kill the Sudowoodo, though I did put a lot of defense investment in because I knew I was gonna try. I was hoping to pop a weakness policy, and then so it survives the Ice Shard, and I'm able to pick up those kills and win here. Um, Game two, um, I decide, okay, I've won my game. Just throw out the treads, try and overwhelm him while he's on the back foot and trying stuff and win. Um, Terra Ghost here because I assume a fighting move is coming out of Infernape. He also Terra flies the Magneton, which is smart because there's a very obvious earthquake coming out here. Um, Crits, kills the Infernape. There's not a ton of attack investment on this tread, so that crit may have mattered. Um, the Thunderbolt paralyzes, but I get my protect off. Um, Supercell Slam. This was this is the only physical electric move that Iron Treads knows. It's like high jump kick, where if you miss, you damage yourself. You do 50% of your health, and that counts with protect too. Come to find out. Um, Icy Wind slows me here. The second Supercell Slam does very little damage. I probably should have just been body pressing Samurott instead of worrying about this Magneton that can't hurt me, or that can't hurt my treads, but whatever. Treads goes down to the Ice Beam. Swanna and Mismagius come out. I and I do something kind of stupid here, which is I Shadow Ball. This is a Scarf Mismagius, so I'm actually locking myself into a ghost move, not realizing that the last person on Drew's team here is Sawsbuck, normal type. So if this Swanna dies, then I cannot win this game. And this is Banded Swanna, currently locked into Brave Bird, a move where it damages itself.
Trying to, snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, or
The other way
the
around, yeah,
jaws of victory, rather.
exactly. But the Horn Leech is not enough to kill. Brave Bird kills the Sawsbuck, and I um, managed not to throw this one. But still, really good showing from Drew on his first league match. My understanding is he hasn't played that much Pokemon beforehand. He hasn't played Gen 9, but he still had smart tearing with the Magneton and understood the strengths of like his Infernape Weavile. He knew how to make Rhydon nice and tanky, but still deal good damage to my guys. And he played the turns against my treads. Like I think he actually just outplayed me on one of these turns. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely showing a lot of promise, and hopefully, he's. I'm wondering if he'll start to just like use waivers more and more every week.
yeah, kind of
Um,
yeah reconfigure his team. So yeah, I think he could. Like I said, he's also in my divisions. So there's still a lot of moving around that can be done if he hits the ground running going forward.
yeah, I mean, he's what,
Yeah, this was his
only like one game back, really, right now, or 2 games back.
two
Yeah.
yeah two games back from playoffs at the moment. Um, oh no, I guess it's one because only one team doesn't make it, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
and he and Megan are both 0-3, so
Yeah.
yeah, one game back. Um,
We in this, boys. Let's go.
all right. Next we have Scout Flower versus Rye OTF. Rye, the Hail team, and Scout Flower. Although doesn't have as much of the Hail. Like, he's got the Hail setter, but doesn't have all
He
the
does
Hail
now.
bows.
He does have. He made a waiver
You did?
for the Sand Slash.
That's true. Yes.
Mm.
And here, yeah, I
He
suppose here it is. Yeah,
he has a slushy rushy.
does have a slushy rushy. And then he's got the rest of his guys, and then this is the Scout Flower core, the double intimidators, the fat ass Dugong, and the spooky ass Kilowattrel.
Yeah, with the Edge Lord
Yeah.
Iron Leaves in the pack.
So we have a Breaks in here that somehow matches really well into this Corviknight Obama Snow.
To be
Um,
fair, I'm pretty sure uh, every Pokemon Riley has outside of what Emboar, I think, is neutral or super effective to fire. So this is
Fair.
a common issue with the Hail team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why he has to bring in the Embor immediately. Protects. You have to assume like Heat Wave is coming out here. Fake out deals actually pretty good damage. Sunny Day. So that's even better. Yeah. So now you've got Hail down and you're stronger. So this Corviknight's going to eat whatever attack was meant to kill the Obama Snow, which
Now,
is Heat Wave. Um,
does this a surprising little amount of damage considering it's in Sun
yeah,
and
I guess that's NFE for you.
NFE. Yep, that's low tier heroes for you.
Yep. Her slash just murders Embor.
Ooh.
Kilowattrel too fast. Heatwave cleans that up. And then Obama Snow comes in to reset the weather. And
All
you got the
right.
Sand Slash there. It is going to be faster than the Breaksin, so you can try and kill it before it sets Sunny Day. And then, but yeah, Scrafty comes in to immediately intimidate. Start lowering the potential of the
Yeah.
Sand Slash. The knockoff doesn't do enough. Sunny Day comes out, and then Blizzard misses because it's got the. Oh no, it doesn't. Or yeah, it misses one of them thanks to the lowered chance in Sun.
And I like that sunny day there. There's a temptation. Just let the heat wave rip,
Mm-hmm.
what's the worst that can happen? But if there's a focus sash on that other side, you open yourself up potentially to getting killed, and they're going to move first the next turn as well. Plus, you increase your survivability against a potential blizzard coming in as well. So I think a nice patient play there from James.
Yeah, no, that's a very fair point. Just removing Riley's outs one by one.
Yep, and I think that's like a common thing in Magic. People talk about the difference between
Mm-hmm.
like good players and okay players is that they realize that the games, and this is the same in Pokemon, reach a point where you are no longer um, creating chances for yourself to win. You are just eliminating every single one of your potential opponent's chances to make you lose.
Yeah.
So yeah, great stuff.
All right. So here's game. So here's game two. Um, yep. Scrafty Kilowattrel. This time, Hitmontop Corviknight sends in the Intimidate. The competitive on the Kilowattrel immediately activates. Quick Guard blocks the Fake Out, which is smart. The Thunderbolt will kill with the boost, though. Um,
This bird's
Kilowattrel.
scary,
It's
bro. This
so
bird is scary,
fast. It's
bro.
just so fast. Um, Terra's to avoid the Air Slash. It still does a lot. Close combat does very little. And the Air Slash causes the flinch. And you gotta think that's
That,
gotta be it. Because now you can't kill this kilo. It's gonna be really hard to kill this Kilowattrel. Um, Psychic Fangs kills after the close combats. And then Embor gets intimidated. I'm not quite sure what Sligoo is gonna do here.
dude, believe in the goo. Look at that. Look at that.
That's true. This is Muddy Water is an out you can play to. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Um,
But
at at
you'd be
uh,
like coming down.
yeah, I think I stole a win or two with Muddy Water Tatsugiri at Vancouver Regionals.
It's
Uh,
a it's a it's an important skill to have is getting muddy water accuracy drops. So
yes.
good.
So yeah, Scout Flower, another 0-3 player, or not 0-3, 3-0 player, um, takes down the Hail team.
Which is the only 0-3 in the teal division.
That's
Fun
true.
fact.
All right. Next we have your match against Coach Z 420.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll take the reins on this one.
for sure.
So Gastrodon coming in off the waivers, free agent acquisition, swapping it for the Greninja. Greninja, like I just in my head hit harder back in the day. It just did not seem to do that much. It was such a tear in like Gen what is that 6? But it just didn't feel that good. I lacked a lot of strong, bulky, like fuck you, deal with me kind of Pokemon. Um, and Gastron definitely is that. And you know, Isaac has an interesting team. I really am hoping to see some like fire grass pledge stuff from him because he has so many starters. But we haven't seen it yet. And Dodrio is a real threat on this team. Fast tailwind, good attack, lacks bulk, but it's 110 speed, which is the same or better than all of my Pokemon. So, kind of things going through my head as I'm getting my leads together here.
And let's see how the leads play out. So here's fake out Mian Xiao and Tauros into the Dodrio, like you mentioned, and for Alligator, um, clear amulet,
Yeah,
Chadley.
some good info here. Tried to do kind of speed controlled Torah. What I then see if you pause, kind of
Hmm.
hilarious. Is Icy Wind. I didn't realize this doesn't affect. You can't lower Clear Amulet through Icy Wind as well.
Hmm.
So Icy Wind doesn't reduce Fraligator's speed. It also
Doesn't reduce
doesn't
Dodrios.
reduce it if it has Covert Cloak
Covert
on, which
cloak.
I find out this turn it does. So I essentially spent all my turn to deal 40 damage to Dodrio and 2 damage to for Alligator, and then get a liquidation to my face. So not the best start.
Yeah, this is a rough turn one. But you pull out the Storm Drain Gastrodon here.
Yep. Thankfully, it is intimidated. This Dodrio, it's not doing quite as much. Storm Drain comes in clutch.
Nice.
And I think, and then we have a really sad miss on the Dodrio here. I am a
This
little bit
yeah.
despondent at the moment.
This Dodrio's really living.
Yeah.
Knockoff comes. Trailblaze. Ooh, tough. Right into the Terrifier.
So yeah, if you pause there real quick,
And he's sheer force, so he doesn't get the speed boost.
does not get the speed boost. That is correct. Something I had been kind of wary of was a Terra Blast Terra Grass for Alligator.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought the Terrifier Gastrodon. It seemed like a pretty natural, like,
Mm-hmm.
you're bringing some sort of way to hit Gastrodon if you're for Alligator, because the thing just walls you if you don't. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of preemptively Terrifier there to get out of dodge.
It's very heads up,
Um,
and then he has the Trailblaze.
yeah. Yep.
Rock Slide takes out the Dodrio. Finally,
Thank God.
Ice Beam.
And you see me ice beaming there because I expected a Terragraph.
Oh, I assumed you were just
uh,
ice beaming the Dodrio because you expected Rock Slide to miss again, and you're like, I'm not
no,
leaving this up to
no,
chance anymore.
no. I That would be a better play, but no.
Well, now we have two guys quad weak to this ice beam out.
But can kill.
It's
Uh,
true. Bulldozes, solid.
Now I'm just like trying to make these guys slow.
Yeah, White Herb really doesn't want to get intimidated. Clear Amulet, White Herb, and Covert Cloak.
I know he was. I think he was shell smashing with that Torterra, but yeah,
Yeah.
just trying to do my best here. Trying to get them slow enough that Gastrodon can like kill them all. Kind
Yep.
of my idea here.
The Bulldoze takes that out. Here comes Braviary.
And then I think we just.
Terra Steel.
Oh yeah, this happened. Forgot about this. Still does a lot of damage.
Still does a lot of
Yeah.
damage. Raging Bull takes that out. Rock Slide
Yeah.
finishes off Tauros, so Gastrodon comes back in, and fourth guy's for Alligator,
Right.
who can no longer touch this Gastrodon.
Yeah. So I'm just all in on this Torterra. I believe I Tailwind. Yeah.
You do Tailwind. Earth Power, it will finish him off, and it looks like you'll get away with this one. Yep.
Swing.
All right.
Yeah.
Solid game one. You had some luck go against you early on, but you were able to isolate your win condition in Gastrodon and just make sure it's faster than the guys that can kill it, and then kill them first.
Yeah. It's cool. It feels kind of like a Ferrothorn in ways that you can play around its
Hmm.
weaknesses and just kind of create win conditions. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. All possible thanks to Terra, the mechanic you hate.
Yeah, so fucking dumb.
I really like it, but that's an argument for another episode.
The
Um,
great Terra debate.
yeah. All right, Intimidator's coming out. Incineroar
Only, yeah, just
Junior. Incineroar Junior versus Rillaboom Junior.
Rillaboom Jr. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Some
that's fun.
starter havoc here. And we're both intimidated.
Both
It's kind of fun
intimidated.
how that works.
That Brave Bird, Eviolite keeping him alive. Um, Grassy Terrain healing guys back up. Grassy Glide does nothing. Tailwind comes out. Parting Shot. And here
So
comes,
here, I just absolutely wanted to kill this Dodrio. That was like my only goal.
yeah. Yeah, because last time it stuck around for too long.
Yeah, I was really scared about it.
Terra Ghost, Ice Punch. All right, you trade Dodrio for Thwacky. He's got the Tailwind up. Nice. The Terrifier on the expected coverage move again. But now you expect an Earth Power to come in, but the Ice Beam is. Oh, yeah, Ice Beam kills him too quickly. Cool.
Yep.
So now so now you've got Feraligatr into this again.
Yeah, this is. I'm feeling pretty good at this point. I
Yeah,
really just have to deal with the. Uh,
the Gator.
yeah.
Yeah. Fakes out, so you get that flinch. What does he do this? And what does he do this turn? Raging Bull. He ice punches. You Earth Power. He dies, and you win. Congratulations on your win. Um, yeah, it seems like this Gastrodon really carried the day.
It's really strong. I think it's definitely surprising it was still on the bench all this time later. I think people
Yeah.
are afraid of quad resist things in drafts because you can bring little coverage moves like you saw, like
Hmm.
Flygon has Giga Drain. Like you aren't going to run into that in VGC at a regional, but
But
in the
here,
draft,
yeah,
like you can absolutely run into that. So definitely some high variance, but Terra definitely helps shore up those quad weaknesses.
for sure. Um, and all right, next we have Brantley into Master Koga. Master Koga went into this game 2-0, and Brantley went in 1-1, I believe. Um, he's got he's got his old standbys, his Klefki, as strong as hell Blaziken. He loves bringing this Rampardos. We got Tropius sighting, Alolan Raichu, Blastoise. Love this team, and of course Koga loves all these guys. This Bruxish, he brings it every week, and I have to keep trying to say Bruxish and messing it up and saying Bruxish. Anyway, here we go.
Love that. Looks like my fans. Big fan.
um, Yep, leads it off with the Persian. He's done this lead a lot because you can fake out, Trick Room, or attack.
And I believe, do we see the trick room here, turn one? Yep.
Yep. Switches to
I don't.
Klefki. The Terra Electric's interesting. Is he gonna like?
Yeah,
Oh, so that he can Thunderbolt the Blastoise. I see.
it's
Um,
really lucky with that Muddy Water miss. I'm pretty sure that would have been a near a KO.
yeah,
And the miss, dude, it's all
yeah.
coming up Brantley.
Muddy water. Wow. Terra Blast Grass seems pretty good into this team. Bruxish comes back out. Knockoff will kill. Moxie boost, so you could see Koga maybe starting to gain some ground back here. Protect. Gotta imagine an earthquake, but it does hit the Bruxish as well for big damage. Another Moxie boost. It looks like Crocodile could run away with this one. In
Brantley's
comes
just stalling that
Raichu,
trick room at this point.
which he has successfully done. Grass.
Massive grass knot here.
Yeah, that does a lot. Still,
And the flinch.
flinch is big because that that earthquake was at least killing that Raichu.
Yep, yep.
Here comes a rock slide. Does he get this flinch as well? He kills off the crook.
Cleans it up.
Yeah.
No, I mean if that earthquake gets off +1, he's killing everything. I think
Yeah.
this is definitely game over. So
So
massive.
yeah, gets away with one. Brantley clutches it out, and then game two. Um, we see the Blastoise out again. Raichu. This time it's Persian Chandelure. Um, the Persian gets faked out. Shell Smash comes out again. Let's see what the Chandelure's response is. Energy Ball does a lot of damage. Um, Protects. Muddy Water killed. Well, yeah. So yeah, Muddy Water killed normal Persian. So when it was electric, it definitely would have killed. Terra Blast immediately kills Bruxish. The Thunderbolt comes out. Shadow Ball. Why didn't he kill the Blastoise?
Not sure. I think he could have just ripped off a heat wave there maybe, and that would
Yeah.
have been a little better. But
Yep.
happens.
Muddy Water crushes. Sash saves Crocodile, but he's not going to be able to kill both these guys in one turn with how fast the Blastoise is, and he loses. And the forfeit comes in.
Yeah,
So, yep.
it kind of feels like a maybe lost some confidence there after the Iron Head plunge. I'd be a little tilted too. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. That's Poke one though.
Yeah. So now, yeah, both of those teams go to 2-1 going into week 4. Um, Next we have Valdens versus Jackson's Jacked Sons. Jackson with the classic Regigigas Wheezing combo that we've seen before.
Love
Um,
to see it.
he's got Lampent here for the first time, so I'm excited to see if that makes an appearance. And I hope at long last we get to see Rabska use Revival Blessing.
We've all been waiting for it.
Yeah. So here's Clefable Superior, the two most annoying guys on Valden's team. Terra Ghost follow me to eat a Giga Impact, I'm assuming.
Immediate crit.
Yep.
But you do see Tyler not remembering that Contrary will reduce his his damage with neutralizing gas in the field. Immediate switch out.
Immediate switch out. Um,
Intimidate also not going off.
Intimidate also not going off, but hey, you got to put something out there that can take down this Regigigas because it's actually starting to beat you up and deal damage now. Um,
Another crit. We have 3 crits already. It's been turn 3.
Takes down the Regigigas before it can take down the Clefable. Here comes Cloyster eat a close combat and a Thunder Wave. Let's see if you can get something. Yeah, good turn for Jackson, clawing back some momentum. Here comes the Superior. It still doesn't have Contrary. Um,
It's still gonna kill with a crit.
yeah,
Fourth crit, turn 5.
didn't sash the didn't sash the Cloyster.
Probably a white herb, I guess.
Probably a White Herb. Yeah. Follow me. Megahorn will kill Sludge Bomb. So it's not weak armor. Or sorry, it is weak armor, but neutralizing
Let me
guess.
see. Hex here.
It could be Cursed Body as well. He's run it before. Shell Smash. Herb. Yep. Taunt. Too late. It's already done the deed.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Weezin sticking around at least, but that'll be it for that. So
It's hilarious because this is Weezing was like usually when you go to Jackson's team, it's like the last Pokemon you want or the first Pokemon you want off the battlefield because his team falls apart without it.
mhm.
This game it goes down last, but
Yeah,
yeah,
you kind of worked around it.
yeah.
Well, or just forgot what it did because it did seem that he made some play.
I have an insider source. Tyler did not remember that Contrary was removed by neutralizing gas that turn. I'll
Excellent,
tell you that right now.
excellent. So here we have game 2. Um, similar leads, but instead of Superior, as the Electrode, which just has more raw statitude.
Here, can you give me a quick pause here?
Absolutely, Electro
I
webs.
encourage the viewers to count the amount of damage Electrode does now over the next couple turns.
Okay,
Just pay attention.
14% to Wheezing. All right,
14.
Wisps the Clefable. Turns Ghost. 13 and then 15.
That was
Terrablast
28
Ghost. That did
total.
so much. Oh my gosh, Regigigas big. Fake Tears, so that this can maybe start doing some good damage.
Can only hope. Oh,
Protect, so not doesn't get to hit the Fake Tears target. 13.
okay.
High horsepower will kill off the Clefable, so this time the Regigigas outlasts the Clefable. Poltegeist comes out. Foul play deals a lot. Shadow Ball cleans that up. So leads sort of traded. Here comes Lampent and Rabska. Eerie Impulse. Shadow Ball hits the Rabska, doesn't kill it. Shadow Ball,
Will it use Revival Blessing?
he will not. He will instead kill the
You
Electrode.
refuse it.
Refuses to use the Revival Blessing. Digs, Shadow Balls, no Revival Blessing coming this turn. This Lampent does not have the 145 attack speed that its older brother
No,
does. Or I said
it
attack speed, but
doesn't.
a special attack I meant. And
Oh, God, this
gets
is
the shadow ball, gets the raw dig coming, and Valden's Valden's wins this one. The Regigigas
that
team is 0-3, and that makes me sad.
makes me sad too. That felt like a Thursday night football game. I don't know.
It
That was yeah, I don't know.
was
A little
tough.
sloppy. A little sloppy. But we got there. Cool teams, definitely. Electrode, I like it without play. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it didn't inspire a lot of confidence that game.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, all right,
All right.
here we have MFS Giant versus Rai Joe. We've got the Maboss Stiff that I always love to show up. Um, Salazzle, the spooky ass Komo, and then all the Joe Pokemon, iconic.
This might be the same six he's brought last time. I'm not sure.
I think so. Joe tends to pick six on his team that he go hangs with for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So turn one, switch to Salazzle and Terra Ghost. Gets burned, body pressed, hits nothing, guts
And that burn
activation.
is having the body press damage now.
True.
Fun.
Gets the fake out on the Flareon, so it can't do its voodoo. Meteor beam probably gonna kill it. Yep.
Terrifying meteor beam. Really cool tech from MFS Giant.
Yeah. Just obliterates the Flareon. This Lucario has spent a lot of time protecting, and then
Bulletproof.
switches out.
Fire
Bullet
away.
bulletproof tough. Yeah. Sludge bomb gets disabled, although wouldn't use it again anyway. Can just heat wave here. Misses. Shadow ball deals a little bit of damage. Aura sphere deals a ton. Nice. The earthquake takes out Salazzle. You still got it. Hospitality heals us back up. You got to figure out a
Yeah.
way. I don't know if you can continue to afford to ignore this thing. Yeah. Clangorous Soul. Throat spray. That's not
Big
enough.
crit there. But the life do kind of undoes everything.
Yeah. So now you got to assume it's just gonna start crushing.
Yeah, and
Probopass comes back.
it just can't. So what you want to see here is Shadow Ball this, and you wanna shut down. Yeah,
So you're 2-on-1 here. You go for the
disable
double
time.
disable. You get the
Doesn't need
double
to do it.
protect.
Doesn't need to.
Yeah. Probably could have just run into yeah. So Terrablast Fairy.
He wants Terrablast Fairy so bad.
Yeah.
Let him do it. Let him do it.
I didn't realize Bulletproof did Sludge Bomb as well. All right.
Yep.
The Lucario, I think it was out for like 6 turns, and I think it protected on 4 of those turns.
It
And but
Haunter
and then it
MVP, dude.
and then it
MVP.
and then it turns around and gets the kill. I thought Joe. I haven't actually seen these matches. This particular set, and I would have assumed, based on the way that he wasn't attacking the Komodo, that it was going to kill everybody, but it didn't.
It
Joe.
did, and I think it's really poetic in a fucked up way that Haunter could not touch the Como, like Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball could not touch it, but still, all it needed to do was disable that flash cannon away, and then suddenly
So,
Lucario's breaking three. So
yeah. Hell
really
yeah.
cool stuff.
Yeah. So the haunter still provided some value in the end. So starts with the same leads. Feels like he had that one. Sam thinks he has that had that one, but just needs to run it a different way.
Massive focus blast miss there.
Big
Look at
focus,
look
but
at the swing.
and then meteor beam kills the Noivern. Trick.
Really, really
Yeah,
unfortunate team for turn for Joe there.
yeah, because then because the Probopass probably would have died.
He's
Um,
got the tech.
yeah, he's got the wide guard earthquake. Now it's Sam's turn to Terra Fairy. Body press deals huge damage, doesn't kill. Cannon. I guess it assumed he was going to Terra again, but doesn't.
Yep.
Um, Probopass goes down, protects again. Fake out the Regirock. Clangorous Soul coming out here. I'm guessing. Nope, just Aura Sphere. Tough turn for
Great
Joe.
call on the double protect.
Oh.
Great play by Sam.
Aura Spheres. Lucario down. Encore. That's kind of cool. But what do you do now?
Yeah, Joe needed to not get called in the double protect. And he also needed to uh, Terra his Lucario that turn to avoid the Aura Sphere. But that was kind of a cat and mouse game
Yep.
because he was ready to call him out with the flash cannon. So
Right.
yeah,
So Sam uh, figures that one out, and then we get to go to a game three. This is our first and I think only game three of the week.
yep,
Um, so here comes Poltergeist and Luminion now into Gardevoir Flareon. Um, Protects itself, and then Thunderbolt comes in. Good turn for Joe. But now you've got this Probopass with a Meteor Beam ready to kill you.
great Terra.
Yeah, great Terra. Flash Cannon deals about half. Boom Burst won't do. I don't think is going to do that much. Yeah. Whew, this thing's tough to get through. Doesn't actually end up killing. Wide Guard will protect from Boom Burst. Thunderbolt. Oof. And the Ice Beam to kill Noivern there. Dies to Life Orb damage. Poltergeist heals this back up. Thunderbolt onto that. Doesn't do too much. Oh, because, yeah, it's Rage Powdering. And then Body Press will kill the Lucario. That's tough. This Probopass ends up making a clean sweep. No, I guess not because the Poltergeist stole that kill. And then yep, Sam wins it back after going down 0-1. The Probopass really MVP in there.
That was definitely set of the week. That was really fun plays, I thought.
Definitely set of the week. Yeah, it really just came down to a few tech choices, which is fun.
Yeah, Probopass was pimped out with some tech. It was sick.
Yeah. So here we have Drac the Snack versus Once a Pep. No, not Laguna Lagtails. That's you. Dallas Dunsparce versus Once a Pep. The terrifying Articuno Sandaconda Stantler core shows its face again. Um,
This this team just looks intimidating. It stares at you. They here's the thing: is none of them are like there aren't any jocks on this team. Like
mhm.
no one here was going first pick. This is a low tier hero team, but they are the cool kids,
Yeah,
right? Like these are the fucking hipsters who know the bands that you never even dreamed of over here,
that's
and
fair.
staring down some meaty rural trick room boys on Drake's side.
All right, let's get it going. So we got Cramorant, Beartick into Stantler Articuno with I just gotta say, a sick shiny. I love that the Galar
So cool.
birds shinies are the colors of their originals. So Cramorant immediately tailwinds. Beartick, Icicle Speared, while intimidated, deals over
Look at that
half.
Look at
And
that damage though. I wonder if it's choice band because that's insane.
that is a lot of damage, yeah. Skill swaps, gets Slush Rush, ends up intimidating to do the competitive. Um, we've seen him do this before. Freezing Glare brings the Cramorant down to Sash. Double Protect, there's a Surf there. He's got the Pikachu.
The Guzzler, dude.
Yeah, Freezing Glare kills. Tristantler sets up Trick Room, so now this Tailwind is working at a detriment, and now Stantler's paralyzed. Conkeldurr, I gotta imagine, is still gonna be slower than most things, and therefore will be good in Trick Room. Mock punches to hit the Empoleon. Mock punches to hit the Stantler. Doesn't quite kill it. Skill swaps. No more guts. Now this burn is really bad for the conch.
Super cool play by Beach there.
Yeah, but everything still is pretty low. Running out of guys on this once a pep team. You've got this low Articuno. Now we just got to see who's left. Trick Room's over, so you are now faster, and it's Raichu. Um, Mock Punch doesn't deal too much to the Fairy type. Freezing Glare will kill, and it looks like he'll be able to pick this one up. I don't know how Spite Ups pulls off this 1v2. Ooh, whiffs on the Sucker Punch, just once again removing as many outs as you can,
Mm-hmm.
and takes him down. Uh,
Really, really well played by Eric there. Just
yeah,
um, weaving in and out, speed control. The unintentional, maybe intentional paralyze on the Stantler to get him low too. Under Trick Room, which was kind of interesting, and then pivoting. What you see in front of you, I'm okay with being in a Trick Room. Conkeldurr comes in, kind of the king of Trick Room. Then you see him kind of move to more of a stalling out game plan as you cycle into these turns without Trick Room. So just weaving in and out, really cool stuff.
Okay. Yeah, and I agree. Also think it was interesting how in the four he brought, Stantler was, it used Psychic at one point, but like it's fully support. The Empoleon was kind of just sacked, so he really, and the Raichu fake out, knock off Nuzzle. So really, his Articuno was like his only significant source of damage, but he still was able to put it in a position to do everything it needed to.
And this team is built around Articuno, I'd say.
Yeah,
So yeah,
absolutely. So here's game two. You've Cramorant and Magmortar into the same two. See if he's got an answer for it this time. Ice Beam deals a healthy chunk. Overheat doesn't quite kill a Stantler, so he will be able to get off whatever skill swap he wants. He has Gulp Missile now, which is kind of funny. Want to see Stantler with a Pikachu hanging out of his mouth. Freezing Glare kills Magmortar. In comes Slowking. Curious Medicine removes. That's interesting ability. Removes the Cramorant's status. Gets Shadow Balled. Dies. So it's low now. Here comes in Hitmonchan. Terra Fighting. Let's see if it fakes out that big crit on the fake out. Freezing Glare just kills it. I wonder why he didn't Mock Punch there, because you got to imagine that is coming in. I don't know. Yeah, and then Sandaconda cannot be killed by this Cramorant. We've seen how bulky it is in the past, and takes it down. He is also moves to 3-0.
yeah, pretty clean. Once a Pap stand at the top of the Wellspring division. No rivals in sight.
Yeah,
Then we have, four 3-0s. Rose City Roserades at the top, Once a Pep's at the top, Zangoose Sinners at the top, and then Wodash Blissy's at the top.
yeah. We've got 3-0. Yeah, 3-0 leaders in every division, and then some twos, some ones, some zeros. So there's still a lot of jockeying for positioning in the next couple of weeks. Um, but I do think it's pretty fair to say that we can project that all these 3-0 teams are very likely to make the playoffs. Heavy favorites to make the playoffs. Um,
Yeah.
cool. So let's get into. We could. I was going to slate some time for discussion in the middle here, but I am going to be late for D&D already. So
Sure.
let's just get into next week, the week 4 matchups. We'll do our breakdowns. We'll do yours first. You are going to do the BC Beyond Bug Maniac Mark versus the Skill Issue Skuntank Master Koga.
Yeah.
This is quite a matchup here. Why don't you break down what you see here?
I think I'll highlight kind of the inherent tension, which it happens in a lot of these matchups where Chandelure poses a lot of issues offensively for or for BC Beyond to respond to. Um, Really only standing in its way is Araquanid with that insane special defense stat.
Hmm.
Um, wouldn't be surprised to see a assault vest maybe even come out this week on Araquanid just to act as that special defensive wall and just an absolute check to Chandelure because it can and will be hitting it with some liquidations, things like that with the water bubble boost. Um, but Chandelure does really, really well against basically everything else on the team outside of like I guess Oinkoloid. Um, and with some jump bluff, tailwind synergy, and some screens, things like that, Crocodile with Intimidate, it stands really, really tough, and it's going to be interesting seeing the Terra interactions. Chandelure likely going to be carrying, I would guess, a Terra Grass to deal with Araquanid, but could also run a Terra Water as well if they wanted to. So
So
that's my kind of highlight on the matchup tension there.
here's my question: does Bruxish get imprisoned?
I do not know. I know Chandelure gets imprisoned. Often the psychic types do get imprisoned.
Mm. I know
But
Chandelure gets imprisoned, but Chandelure is gonna want to be spending every turn clicking an attack. So I just wonder how you because like I feel like Mark's answer to this team is Trick Room. Uh,
yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely a way he could go. Bruxish does not get Trick Room as far as I can
it
see,
gets Trick Room, but doesn't get imprisoned.
or in prison.
No.
Yeah, I think Trick Room definitely stands tall here. Chandelure can imprison it away. Additionally, jump off with taunt, things like that. And Sableye is also another thing that's going to be interesting. With Quash, can really shut things down.
Hmm.
Although that's where Crocodile comes in and poses some problems. So
And Persian.
there's and Persian, yeah, Persian is quite good. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna guess we're gonna see definitely Araquanid, definitely Sableye, definitely Granbull. And then from there, it's a little unclear. I think Fungus as some redirection could be helpful. I think Oinkoloid's interesting, and honestly, Veluza could do some things too. On Master Koga's side, Chandelure for sure, Jumpla for sure, Crocodile for sure, Persian Alola for sure. After that, I think Bruxish looks okay. And I like the Ampharos here. I think it's just matches up pretty well against uh, Mark's team.
Fair. I think we might see Orthworm this game.
Okay. Yeah, no, I could see it. It could definitely do some things. I'm gonna predict. I'm gonna predict an upset. I'm gonna say Skillshoe Skuntanks comes out on top.
Um, I think I will pick against you and pick BMM.
Very fair.
I think the matchup favors. I think the matchup favors Koga, but I just when it comes to the BMM games, I feel like there maybe is something we haven't seen that he'll bring that will be
Oink
confounding.
alone, stuffed cheeks.
Stuff
All
cheeks.
right.
Yeah,
Body
exactly.
press,
Um,
destruction.
I do want to see. I do hope to see Veluza versus Bruxish, the
Mm,
two most passed over water types in
yeah.
history, fighting each
The
other.
psychic water types that no one knows what they are. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Um, awesome. The matchup I picked this week was the Karamja Whippers versus Once a Peps. Um, I I think this matchup's kind of interesting, just because you've got uh, you maybe have a little you have a bit more answers to Articuno than some of the other teams. You have faster guys. You've got your Dodrio and your Cobalion there, which are both quite fast and can hit hard into an Articuno that is not that physically strong or physically tough. I mean, um, and you can see that his normal way of dealing with physical attackers is this intimidate Stantler, um, but Mr. Gabungle or Coach Z420, all his names, he he likes to pack that clear amulet on the for alligator, um, and just yeah doesn't care for being intimidated. And the Sandaconda can get broken through by some of these guys, although you'll have to try and predict what the Terra is going to be, or it could wall these physical guys. So there's some back and forth. There's some back and forth at play there. So on Gobungle's side, the Karamja Whipper's side, he's going to be bringing Cobalion. He's going to be bringing for Alligator. Almost certainly going to be bringing Dodrio here. Uh, Otherwise, Torracat probably comes just for intimidate factor because you never know, he might actually bring this Venonat or Blossom, and then you'll have something for that. And then I would say probably Flygon, because that's a good answer to Empoleon. And then maybe six guy could go either way. Probably it's most likely Torterra just because it's the best stats, but uh, I might like Impidimp here actually. Just some screens, keep your guys alive long enough that you can break the offenses on the once a pep side. And then on his side, he's going to be bringing Articuno, Empoleon, Raichu more than likely because it's your Dodrio answer. Um, Sandaconda seems really good here. And then maybe
Gotta bring the Stantler, dude.
got to bring the Stantler. It's been working for you. It's been working for you so far. And then sixth guy is let's say Venonat. I feel like he's coming. So
Could even bring a Mightyena here, I think.
could bring
Just don't
Mightyena.
know if I'm intimidated.
Oh, see, I
So,
don't think it's gonna be Mightyena and Stantler. I think it would be one or the other. Like I would be,
hmm,
yeah. Um,
very well maybe.
yeah. Pyroar also decent dish into Cobalion. It's still slower, unfortunately, and eats the doesn't eat the fighting moves very well. But if you've got Articuno Pyroar as your lead, the Cobalion can really only get after one of them. I guess he could Rock Slide, but that's not stab. And you can sort of get around that, and then try and take him down from there. I'm not sure, but I think I I think the matchup uh, actually does favor. It's even to slight to like maybe 55-45 Karamja Whippers. If I was like making a betting line though, I would still favor Once a Pep just as the stronger coach. But I'm gonna call the upset anyway because I think Isaac's team can position itself to win this one.
Yeah, I think Cobalion is so good against this team. I
Hmm.
want to see it with clear amulet, because it literally just hits everything so well. Like close combat, Stone Edge, maybe a Terra Rock to kill Articuno Galar in one hit. Um, does close combat in a Stantler, Empoleon. Really is only fearing a Raichu fake out. Outside of that,
Hmm.
doing really well. And because it's bringing so much pressure, it lets you bring Torterra. And once Torterra shell smashes, I don't know how Eric deals with that. So I agreed. I think the matchup's really good for Isaac. I'll pick Once a Pep just for the that Parker privilege. So
All right, fair enough. All right, then let's get into the remaining games on the schedule for our pick'ems. Um, let's so we start with your versus the Leshy Lechonk. I think you're going to win that um, because the Ice team has yet to show um, a win, and so I'll have to pick against them until they do. Um, Rose City Roserades versus the Ledians Lucky Lads. Who do you got? That's 3-0 into 2-1, I believe.
one,
One
two, I
oh, he's
thought.
1-2. Yeah, you're right. 3-0 into
Uh,
1-2.
I don't think Tyler's focused enough right now. I'm gonna go with James.
Okay. Roserades on that one. I agree. I think the Rose City Roserades are going to win. Are going to win this one. Although Tyler does historically have a good record against James. All right. The Karamja Whippers versus Once Peps. We just did that one. The Dallas Dunsparce versus the Vancouver Villains. The Dallas Dunsparce are 0 and 3. The Vancouver Villains are 2 and 1. Who do you got?
Vancouver Villains just have seemed to be really well prepped. I love the Promo Pass set. Got taken aback by Joe's kind of play in the first game, but I like the Vancouver Villains.
I will also pick the Vancouver Villains in this one. Um, Next is the Bal and Leia Barbies versus Jackson's Jacked Sons. The Bal and Leia Barbies are 1 and 2. Jackson's Jacked Sons also 1 and 2. I said that the team was 0 and 3, but I guess I was wrong. They were 1 and 2. They won week 2, and I forgot. I suppose. So sorry Jackson earlier when I said you were 0 and 3. You were not. Which of these 1 and 2 teams takes it out? The Wheezing
I'm gonna go
team.
with the Barbies. I thought they showed really inspired play with the Haunter, Disable. I love that set. I think, Disable Encore looks pretty goddamn good into a Wheezing that wants to protect all the time. I think Joe will figure out a way to blow that Wheezing up, and then we'll be smooth sailing with Lucario after that.
Okay. I'm gonna pick the Jacked Suns. I think I predict this every week, and I'm gonna continue to predict it. We see Revival Blessing this week, and then he wins.
That's the real jackpot we're looking for. The
Yeah,
Jackson jackpot is Revival Blessing.
yeah. If that Revival Blessing brings back a Wheezing or a Regigigas this season, that's a bounty.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
swear. All right.
That's a warm Keystone Light to whenever that happens. Let me tell you.
Exactly. So next we have the BC Beyond versus the Skill Issues Skuntank. We already previewed that. So we have the Ride on D's Nuts Brantley versus the Wet Ash Blissies. Hallie, a inter-house fight. Uh,
Yeah, House Divided.
exactly. Do you like the three? Do you like the 3-0 team to continue her tear, or do you think Brantley's going to pull off this upset? He's 1 and 2.
Uh, Hallie's given me shit already for picking her to be in last place in the division, which objectively obviously wrong, right?
Yep.
A weaker man would fold. I'm not gonna fold. I'm going for right on D's nuts in the upset,
Just for the hater
taking it
energy.
in, going straight into the doghouse afterwards. And yeah, that's what I'm going with. I think it's gonna be an awesome battle. I'm excited to see what they both bring.
Awesome. Okay, well that gives me the opportunity to be the to do the face turn and say that I always believed in the Wet Ash Blissies, and that's probably not true. I probably did not rank them highly early either because I'm a follower. But anyway, I will pick I'll pick Hallie because she's won 3 in a row, right?
Hell yeah. No, I mean I think she might be the favorite right now. In fact, I think
Oh,
she probably
one,
is the favorite.
she is the.
So
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She is absolutely the favorite. She's 3-0. Brantley's 1-2. So yeah, I'm going with the favorite there. Lilac City Luckers versus the Poltergeist. Lilac City Luckers are 1 and 2, 2 and 1. Let me. Lilac
one and
City.
two, I believe. Yeah, 1-2.
Yeah, they're 1 and 2. Poltergeist are 0 and 3. Is this the game where Megan gets their first win?
I'm doing all upsets. I'm going Poltergeist gets the win. Cinderace seems pretty goddamn good into John's team.
He's got all those
I believe.
bugs.
Believe.
Um, I'm gonna pick the Luckers. Um, I just think Megan's team's just a little too frail.
Fair, fair.
Um, Next we have the Zangoose Zinners versus the Grandview Grand Bulls. This is going to be Drew's second match running right into the Juggernaut. Um, do you think he has a shot?
Um, no, I think Andrew or Casey's gonna like Kizaru at Sabati